I'm joined here today by victorious Akonne Wanliss coming off the big win, Darce choke at Bellator London. Thanks so much for joining me, man. How are you?
I'm good, man, and it was correct you. It was a Japanese necktie.
Oh, that's right. On the record, they listed it as a Dar, so I do apologize for that, man. So Japanese necktie.
I call it the Darth Vader choke. Anyway, it's all right.
There you go. It's funny you mentioned Darth Vader joke. You're also playing. You were telling me earlier the new Star Wars game, man. How's that going for you?
Oh, it's bloody frustrating.
Yeah.
I'm a lot better. I'm a lot better at fighting than playing this Star Wars game. I've died about 5 billion times, and I'm just like, what? Ah! But I'm having fun. I'm absolutely ecstatic that there's a new Star Wars game out. I was gonna buy it when it first came out, but it came out on the week of my fight week, and I thought, no way am I buying this because I'll be stuck in my hotel room,
Yeah.
and everyone would be Bellator would be knocking on my door like, "Hey, Con, it's time to fight," and I'd be like, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. So yeah, a bit of discipline right there.
For sure, man. It's like the prize after the fight. It's even sweeter once you win.
Oh, 100%. Like I'm just able to just play it and bum out for a little bit and just watch fights and play games and eat loads of Jaffa cakes.
For sure. Are you normally big into video games, or is this kind of just a one theme because I guess you're a fan of Star Wars?
Yeah, I am quite big into video games. Like when I was a kid, I used to bash them with my brother. We used to have the Nintendo 64. We used to take it in turns to fan the Nintendo 64
Oh
because
yeah.
it got too because we played it that much. So I've always been into games and stuff. I just kind of like um I get I guess because training and MMA is such like a big part in my life. I'm training so much. I don't really play it nowadays. But when I do get the time, I would say I'm a big gamer. I love it.
For sure. And let's talk about this win a little bit. Obviously, I believe this is your first submission win in your professional career. This technique, it's a little bit out of the ordinary. Is this something you normally practice, or did you just see an opening and take advantage?
You're right. I was actually thinking before the fight too. I was thinking I haven't got a submission victory yet. I know I've only had like, this is only my fifth professional fight. Um, but I was actually thinking about submissions because I've been really working on my jiu-jitsu game and my wrestling and my grappling arts for a while now, and I got my blue belt. I just recently got my blue belt, and I've been putting a lot of effort into my grappling arts, my jiu-jitsu and my wrestling. So it was very, very good just to see it come, by nature. I didn't really think about it. I just seen him as soon as he went into a position where I knew I could pull that choke off. It was I was either going to go into mount as soon as I dropped him. We're either going to go into mount and do ground and pound, and then maybe take the back from there, or he was going to curl into me, which he did. I was forcing him away. Went straight into a DOS attempt. He defended the DOS attempt, but then the Japanese necktie is there as well. So yeah, it's something we drilled down at Renegade Jiu Jitsu, and it paid off, man. And weirdly enough, that submission, I was um, really interested with that submission, really intrigued with it, and I used to drill it quite a lot and ask a lot of questions to Tom, and it's just mad that that opportunity presented itself. Didn't think of it before the fight. Just didn't even drill it in the changing room. It just happened.
You mentioned getting your blue belt and everything. I assume your team must have been pretty happy with you when you got the victory, especially in that manner. What they say to you after the fight?
Oh man, they were chuffed, and Tom was straight down the phone and was like, "Yo, that was sick." And we got this one guy called Danny Khalid, and he's he loves jujitsu so much that he's like a wizard with it. And to be able to get good props from him, how he was saying the type was just perfect, everything was just immaculate. you know, it was good. It was good to hear, especially as I didn't come from a grappling arts, I didn't come from a jiu-jitsu background, so I worked very hard to get it up to the level of my person.
And so, with you being with Bellator, we know Bellator, they're doing sort of this thing where they're going more into Europe, especially England. I mean, we know they were in Birmingham, Newcastle, London, and all that stuff. What do you think about Bellator heading into England? Like, do you think this is a good thing for Bellator that they really should be investing in?
For sure, like you know, I think it's very good for the sport, very good for the brand, to really dive into the Europe scene, especially the UK. We got a lot of talent down in the UK, especially in Birmingham as well. So, giving us a huge profile to showcase our skills is only gonna just raise the profile of one MMA and raise the talent, you know, and really give us a opportunity and a platform to shine and grow into big superstars.
And so you spoke about, becoming superstars and everything. You're getting these victories by stoppage and everything. What do you need to do at this point to become, on the level of guys like MVP, Paul Daly, the English stars that kind of stand out in Bellator? What do you have to do to differentiate yourself?
You just have to be yourself, really, and trust in the force. But more into that is just go out there and perform. You put all the work in training and stuff, and it really matters when it comes to showtime. When it comes to the night time on the night of the fight, you really gotta put everything aside, put all your fear aside, and just perform. And I think that's the key to really gaining these next steps within anyone's career, not just my career, but and just take things by strides, take the steps like the talking about Michael Venom Page, talking about Paul Daly, even like Jimmy Manuel. I met Jimmy Manuel there on Bellator, and he stopped me in the middle of. We were like, I was about to go get a burger or something, and he stopped me and he was like, "Dude, you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna be huge." And then it's just mad that Jimmy Manuel stopped me, and
Yeah.
it's crazy. So I must be doing something right, So, yeah, I love this game. I love MMA and I love martial arts and what it's given me. And the,
I do want to talk to you about. We mentioned some of the stars. I want to talk about MVP a little bit because I'm seeing on social media is getting a lot of negativity. Because I guess people are saying, they're quoting, he's fighting cans, fighting people we've never heard of, and stuff like that. Not necessarily his fault, but what's your reaction to all that stuff? I mean, do you think people are right to be mad, or is this sort of are there things that they're not quite realizing?
so you only can fight who's in front of you. That's definitely rule number one. Like the promoters do a great job of doing matchmaking and stuff, and they provide me. I mean, it's been two fights with Bellator now, and they've provided me with some great competition. Sam Slater, he was a very good opponent. It allowed me to really showcase my skill, and then obviously now Tim Barnett, former world champion, and just it's excellent. So I can only really speak from my experience and from my experience with Bellator and with everyone else. So I don't really know much about MVP's team or how they like to negotiate with each other and stuff. So it's I hear it quite a lot. I've heard it before I even started MMA, before I started doing my professional career. How they were like, "Oh, MVP could be number one if he fought the best people in the world." And I think that's just I guess it's just up to him and his team to position him in that position if that's what he wants to do. So you definitely can call your shots more by saying, "Oh, we're showing you interest to fight people." He had the fight with Douglas Lima, and everyone said that was really tough competition. I feel like a rematch with him and Douglas Lima, or a rematch with him and Paul Daly, along them levels, and him stopping them guys would really excel him in terms of numbers in the ranking system. You know.
For sure. Now, I do want to get back to your victory a little bit. What was the reaction when you got back on social media? Did you feel like you got a lot of attention? Did you get new fans? Did you get a lot of love? What was the reaction on social media afterwards?
Oh, it's been crazy, man. My phone has not stopped. My phone has been blowing up, and I appreciate every single person that has really taken an interest into me and sent me a lovely message and stuff. It's just, it's nice, and it's good to see the influence that is the positive influence just from putting hard work and dedication into something that you love. Like, so I'm very grateful for that, and I thank everybody who's joined along my journey, and became one of the Jedi squads, and let's keep going all the way to the top.
And
We'll see.
I am curious, what's your contract status like with Bellator? I mean, are you on a multi-fight deal? Do you have to renegotiate for every fight? Well, what's your contract status like with Bellator?
So yeah, I'm on a multi-fight deal contract. We didn't really I didn't really announce it or say anything because I was just from one thing to another. It was Sam Slater fight, which was a single fight contract, and then I got the multi-fight contract, and I was trying to get on like an earlier card, and just things were just going real quick. Uh, and then before you know it, I had the fight announcement to announce, and then we were just ready to go. So yeah, I'm on a multi-fight deal contract with Bellator, and you get these nice quick stoppages. You put on great ecstatic performances, and we might be back in that boardroom to negotiate again soon.
For sure. I have just one more for you. What's next for you at this point? I'm sure you've got the holidays and everything, some family time, but what's next for you in your fighting career? We know we'll see you back with Bellator, but when do you think you'll be back out there?
So I want to be back out as soon as possible. I would do I'd do a December show if I had one, but
Yeah.
realistically, we're looking at February. Uh, either something juicy I can't announce,
Ah.
or Dublin. So yeah, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're in talks right now, so it's good. It's good. I did in a previous interview call out Tom Green and said like if he sorts himself out and we get back and we can have that fight, because it was a little bit annoying that he escaped. I wanted to test myself against a 16 fight veteran, but you could say Tim Barnett's a higher level, definitely a higher level caliber fighter than him anyway, just lesser fights. So, but I'll let the negotiations play out as they are, and you guys will find out very shortly. It's exciting shit.
For sure, man. We look forward to it. Thank you so much for the time, man. I really appreciate it. Congratulations on this victory, and we look forward to seeing what's next for you.
Thank you, man. May the force be with you.